Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Shout out to Bruce MF Vane. He had a good video, man, about I shared in the community tab. He says Errol Spence trainer claims Terrence Crawford fight was fixed. The problem with that is now he made some great points that were all public information. That something should happen in boxing, bro. I see why Kofi stopped covering boxing. It's just a lot of stuff, right? And you got to keep up with it. You got to remember and produce content or whatever situation may be, right? But he made some great points in there, man. And now, if you want to hear what Derrick James said, right? Have no fear, good fellas here, right? Now, he said that now we about to debunk everything that he said, right? And we about to debunk all of that. All right, now hit the Boxing News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, so I'm gonna play what he said. So give me a minute. I'm gonna cue this up. Won't be long. Get Mr. Mason off my phone cord. He off of it. All right. So play this what he said. So here we go.
He's not going to against who?
Some solid guys along the way. Sean Porter could be very good.
Oh, man. Sean Porter's daddy said I was going to start the fight before the fight. Didn't he say that? So what does that mean?
I think
No. What that meant was he was showing Sean he's still a boss. There was a power struggle going on in the ring. And what did Sean do when his dad did stop the fight? What did he do? He retired and didn't tell him. Ask him when the last time you talked to your dad. The night they was in the corner. He was not spoken to him anymore.
so. Derrick,
So there was a power struggle going on. The father wanted to prove him that he still was the boss. I'm just saying he had to face the same competition, same level of competition.
Are you kind of also saying that Crawford's power is a little bit overstated?
I mean, I don't know. I never seen him fight for like 2 or 3 times. I don't watch a lot of boxing. I do not watch boxing. But I started watching him when we started training for the fight.
So you believe that he's I've watched him play 2 or 3 times. Now you heard he say that Sean. You heard that he say that Sean ain't spoken to his dad since that night in the corner, right? Since that fight night, right? Hold on.
That was it. November 20th, after that fight, I'm his father, he's my son. There's no more boxing and trainer situation.
Well, that's a good thing, because I guess some assume that could have ruined the relationship. So, as far as you know, you and Sean are still A-okay, and he's not upset at you.
As far as I know.
Yeah, he's not upset at you.
I've seen Sean. I was at his house this morning. I was at house yesterday morning. He was about to have breakfast. Wanted me, hey, you want to go? And I was like, I got to do some work with Malik.
So you heard Kenny Porter there. He said that, and this was after the fight, and Ness did the interview. Shout out to Ness and Fight Hype. He said that him and his son, they live across the street from each other, and he said that he was just over there the other day. You know what I'm saying? And Sean wanted to go have breakfast, and he said he had another fighter, Malik, to work with. So right then and there, he's proven a liar, right? And every time you bring up Terrence Crawford's name, you know what I'm saying, he get all out of position, just like Charlo start twitching and twirling his neck and shit of that nature, bro. You ain't watching, right? And then again, Bruce Vane's made another great point on the PBC podcast. You know what he said? He said that, they said that Sean Porter was a shot fighter. So which one is it? If Sean Porter was a shot fighter, or was the fight fixed? Like Bruce Vane said, both can't be true. Both can't be true. So, I mean, he been discrediting Terrence Crawford. Why? Because he was the same person that said Errol Spence wasn't ready for Terrence Crawford. He didn't come out and say Errol Spence wasn't ready for Keith Thurman. When Floyd Mayweather used him as a bodyguard, we all know back then Keith Thurman would have smashed his ass like a cornbread sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So, which one is true? You know what I'm saying? What you discrediting the potential opponent for? You were sitting here praising up Ugas, talking about talking like he got hot cream of wheat in his mouth. He was just He was just praising Ugas. How you gonna praise Ugas and then, you know what I'm saying, you gonna, you gonna discredit Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford went in there and did the same shit to Ugas. People be saying what I'm saying. Ugas is a C fighter. Tell me I'm lying. People be in there discrediting Ugas left and right. Oh, he was never that good, and they making the same statement that I'm making. Tell me I'm lying. So which one is it, Derrick? He was a shot fighter, or was it a fixed fight? Come on, both can't be true. Both can't be true. Which one is it? I watched him 2 or 3 times. Man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Which one is it? Talking about he spoke to his daddy. He said, well, them niggas live across the street from each other. And daddy said, this was right after the fight. They went to go out to eat together. So, I mean, Mr. Cap, Derrick James, Mr. Cap, Mr. Lie, Mr. Don't know what to say. Is it fixed? Right? Is the fight fixed or is the fight not fixed? Was Sean shot or was it fixed? Come on. You sit here and praise up or Dennis Ugas. Anytime they try to sell you on how great a fight is, most 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? It's BS. It's bullshit. Anytime you see them, you see trainers and them praising each other how great he is, or unless they friends or they cool like that, and that go out the window on Fight Nate. So at the end of the day, he been trying to discredit this win. Okay, if the power not real, if the fight is fixed and the tile stone in, because he was already retired, which you can continue to debunk that too, because Kenny Porter said he knew that he was going to retire. He said he seen it in his training. And also on top of him saying that about Sean, he also said that he never seen Sean done like that his whole career, going back to the amateurs. He has never seen Sean Porter done like that. That's what he said. I ain't say that. That's what he said. Kell Brook, I've never been done like that before. That's what he said. Come on. So at the end of the day, which one is it, bro? First you said, we gotta get his numbers up. Well, where the Spence numbers at? Where the gate numbers at? Where the pay-per-view numbers at? People got in their mind that Earl Spence is a draw. Crawford can sell out at home. Crawford can do those same numbers. If you find a 50,000, 100,000 re-cena, Crawford might do even more. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to worry about PBC buying and reselling tickets neither. You ain't got to worry about that with Top Rank. Because they getting sued by 2 different cases that we know of for buying and reselling tickets and not paying a return to the investors on a return, for not paying the investors what they supposed to be owing them. And that includes, according to one of the lawsuits, that includes the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury 3 fight, which they couldn't even pay people. Come on, right? If this dude was such a big draw, why ain't Vegas never invited him there other than Pacquiao? And that's fucking Pacquiao. Ugas fought Pacquiao in Vegas. So why Vegas ain't never invited him to why they ain't never invited him to Vegas, right? If he's such a pull, why Terrence Crawford naturally don't submit? Because the money that you getting is good. When people fight Floyd, you ain't hear nothing about no money struggle or nothing like that, man. You took what you got. You ain't hear about Floyd complaining about you ain't hear Floyd complaining about a money struggle. When he fought De La Hoya, he said, I showed up. They picked the gloves, they did everything. I just had to show up. So if he's such a big draw, why he getting 1.5 and Ugas getting 1 million? And they say his total payout supposed to be $1 million. It's 3% of the gate, and it's 3% at pay-per-view sales after 150,000. If they don't break even, then the guarantees may not be paid out. So let's say he did make $5 million. Why was Terrence Crawford making 6 and 5.5 or around that versus Kell Brook and Amir Khan? Shit, Amir Khan made more than, he made $5.5 million just fighting Bud. Come on. So all this, he a draw and he got a story. You got a story because you flew out a car window. from your own choices. Like, nigga, I ain't got no sympathy for that. And I don't care about Ordinas Ugas floating over here on no damn wood, neither, on no damn boat. They don't give a shit about black people. They come over here and they don't, you know, they don't sympathize with what we going through. And like, you know, I continue to say, and how Tom continues to say, ain't no ally. We don't have no allies. So instead of discrediting, get your asses in the ring and prove what you're saying to be a fact. Because y'all making Dallas look like them soft-ass Cowboys. Y'all looking soft. Them dope boys and the real niggas in Dallas ain't getting behind that BS that y'all saying. You know, they just casuals. They just see what you do on the surface. But all this shit you discredit, well, hey, yo, let's see if you throw the towel in. Let's see if your fighter get in there and stop Terrence Crawford. Because it took 5 years. You keep saying, we said 5 years ago. Right. Like 5 years ago. You got like that's 5 months ago, 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? 5 weeks ago. That's a half a decade for y'all to get 3 belts. When it don't even matter. If y'all fought for 1 or 2 belts, it wouldn't have mattered. You come back and have a homecoming versus Ugas, that fight even bigger. It don't matter. The money is the money. They said they ain't got the money to pay right now. Well, yeah, have you made the fight earlier? The money would have been there before they start really banking that type of money. You know, Crawford saw back to top rank. So what? Don King, Bob Arum, Lou Duva, all them made fights together. All them made fights together. Bob Arum called over there to make the fight. Y'all didn't want to do the fight. But y'all did it with Fury and Tyson Fury. And Deontay Wilder. Fury ran over the top rank. And y'all still ran down after him. Instead of signing him, you still ran down after him for the fight. And he got 50-50 and 60-40 to lay. He got 50-50 first and second fight with Wilder. And he got 60-40 the third fight. Tyson Fury made more money off of PBC than Earl Spence times 10. He made over like $100 million fucking with Fury, fucking with Wilder. You know, they did 600,000 the last time and 300 buys in the UK. And they ain't telling what type of network and TV deals they got all around the world. That's an international fight. You know what I'm saying? They paid you like they paid him way more money than you. And he ain't even ever signed over there. They never made him sign. They worked with Frank Warren the first fight, and the last 2 fights they worked with Frank Warren in top rank. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this dude still asks for 80-20 behind the scenes. Fine. That's your number. You got 3 belts. Don't really care about the split. The time for talk is over. You know, the time for discrediting is over. You should have been discrediting Ugas, having a split decision versus Abel Ramos, having a past prime Omar Figueroa in there and not even able to knock him out. Come on. Praising the C-level fighter. Then you saw him, you know, you talk to his daddy like, hey, come on. But then we talk about your fighter being a drunk and not taking VADA tests and not making his VADA test public. You know, all of a sudden, it ain't no record of him taking VADA since he finished taking VADA with Kell Brook, and now the knockouts come back. Now we can get ignorant and get into some real gangster shit. How about that? What the toxicology report said about when your fighter, you know, got into that car crash and what that really said about what the hell was in his system. We can get real about that. But you know what? You know, I'm not going to get into that. That's not because he a brother. All y'all see here is discredit, run around, say he ain't did this, he ain't did that. Nigga, man, just drop your nuts and see how I go. You know, just drop your nuts and see how I go. Fight him. If not, cool. Move up. Fight Fondora. You know what I'm saying? Move up, fight Fondora. Or something like that. Because them niggas from Texas looking real weak right now. Besides Jamel Charlo, the only one that's holding it down. And we're going to talk about Benavidez next. You know, which one is it? Was he a shot fighter, Derrick? Or was he, was it a setup? Was it a dive? Because last time I checked, when fighters do the crybaby on the canvas and they drew them in their lap, they hurt. Every fight, almost these same fighters say the same thing. I've never been done like this before. Y'all been running from this fight for 5 years, hiding about, oh, we should make it for undisputed. And no, my God, man, the average American out there, the average person in the UK and Romania and France and Mongolia and the Philippines, Thailand, Brazil, Ghana, South Africa, Alaska, Antarctica don't care about the belt. They don't care if it's for undisputed. You know, who cares? If the Ugas fight never fucking existed, nobody would care. They making all the type of excuses, and rightfully so. They got the public on their side. If they number so big, show them to me. Show me the gate y'all did. Show me the pay-per-views y'all did. Y'all gonna lie and say they did 250,000. Man, bruh. If you ask Kobe about the text that I sent him in town yesterday about Tank pay-per-views. All his numbers is capped. All them numbers over there is capped. And they could pass up on this opportunity to make some money. They probably on their hands and knees begging Wilder to come back. If I'm Wilder, I wouldn't come back for less than $50 million. You know, and Wilder felt like he got set up. Al Heyman was in on it because Al Heyman never wanted him to take the Fury rematch. Al Heyman never wanted him to be where he at now. Never wanted him to be undisputed. Never wanted him to be unified. If he did, he wouldn't have sent Charles Martin over here. And he don't want to see, his next Mayweather get his ass whooped. That's what's going on because the Charlos don't sell. He don't sell neither because if he sold, PBC wouldn't be in no financial trouble. He don't sell. At home, you do 40,000 seats and 100,000 seats arena and $35 tickets, and you don't even have no upper bowl. How you got an $80 event, a pay-per-view, and $35 and $40 tickets? Like, then let that sit on your mind right there. You know what I'm saying? Sit on your mind right there. Everybody you beat was Keith Thurman leftovers or C-level Ugas. That Ugas was a 6-1 underdog. How's that credible? But hey, it is what it is. Mushmouth, once again, been debunked, and I put his dick in the dirt again. Just keep holding them damn mittens and keep training your fucking fighters the same way. But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. Financially, Cash App $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, right at the bottom of the screen. Also, you can find everything in the link tree. That link's the first link in the description. Find me everywhere from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Spotify, Anchor. Hit the link tree link in the description. Appreciate